Hi guys, Marco here from Sporting Bet. Time to talk Football League betting for We Love Betting. On my own again as Chris Graham, still on holiday, but hopefully he'll be back next week. So without further ado, starting in the Championship and another Yorkshire derby. It's Doncaster and Huddersfield, both teams involved in 5-0 results last weekend. Doncaster thrashed 5-0 at Bournemouth. Huddersfield hammered Barnsley 5-0 at home. So it's goals again I'm looking for in this match here, taking the goals angle. Both teams to score 17 to 20 shot. That's where I'm heading. Doncaster welcome back Billy Sharp, of course, a striker who's been suspended recently. They failed to score in 4 of the last 5. 3 of those fixtures actually came away from home, and their record at the Keep Moat is actually pretty strong, far superior than their away travels anyway. 1-2 drawn 3 of their last 5 at home, and that return of Sharp will really boost their attacking options, especially against the Huddersfield side, who rarely do keep clean sheets on the road. Just 4 and 16 away from home in the Championship, while Doncaster have scored in 10 of their 16 home matches. That stats improved a lot more since Sharp's come into the fold. They've only kept 6 home clean sheets though, so you can already see why it looks quite a strong bet here for me. Huddersfield themselves have scored at Leicester, QPR, Burnley and Wigan. I've seen them home away against QPR this season, but they've looked very impressive going forward in both matches. Nahki Wells especially seems to have settled in quite nicely. Was on fire last weekend despite getting on the score sheet, not getting on the score sheet, sorry. Both teams' scores banked in their last 5 away games for Huddersfield, as well as 11 of 16 away games. They've also seen over 2.5 goals in their last 5 away games, as well as 8 of the last 10 at Doncaster's Keep Moat Stadium. So 17 to 20 on both teams to score in Doncaster Huddersfield. Moving down a league to League One, and it's one of my rules of Football League betting is never back a team below evens away from home in the Football League. I think it's far too volatile a risk to go near, and Wolves are odds against at 21 to 20 to win at Walsall on Saturday, which really did pique my interest, got me a little bit excited because Kenny Jackett's team are really motoring right now. 7 wins on the spin after that 3-0 home win against Port Vale last weekend. Nua Dicko seems to have struck up a great partnership with Pakari Sacco. They look so good going forward in the attacking areas, and they look far too good for a third tier team going forward. Kevin McDonald, of course, proved his worth since his signing from Sheffield United, outstanding in midfielders alongside James Henry, who's impressing as well. The defence has been outstanding too, 5 clean sheets on the bounce. They've scored 13 goals in that run too. They've only won 8 of their 16 away games, which on the face of it doesn't look too impressive, but I think it's worth an investment when you've got them at odds against here. It's a derby game, of course. They go to Walsall in the Bescot Stadium. Walsall continue to perform above expectations and above the budgetary expectations, but they seem to be running out a little bit of steam at the end of towards the end of the season. They've only used 20 players this season in the 4 tiers. That's the lowest amount of players used in the 4 tiers, so they're starting to look a little bit jaded in games. Drawn 2, lost 4 in their last 6 now after last night's defeat to Coventry. Lost 2 on the spin at home as well. Interestingly though as well, they've 1-2 drawn 3, lost 6 at home to teams in 14th and above, which doesn't look too encouraging when they look forward to welcoming Wolves this weekend. So Wolves at 21 to 20 in League One. And finally in League Two, a bit of a dull game for goals I'm looking for in the 4th tier. Portsmouth and Cheltenham. Last week we had a nice winner around 2-1 at under 1.5 goals between Sheffield Wednesday and Middlesbrough. It's a market I'm going for again here. 39 to 20 the price this week. Portsmouth are back to the drop actually at 33 to 1 in January, but it looks like Richie Barker's going to get just enough out of his squad to survive this season. He's certainly tightened things up, especially since his arrival. Earlier in the season, Pompey were quite a good team to follow for 3 goals or more, over 2.5 goals matches, but now it seems to be unders. 12 of their last 15 have now gone under 2.5, as well as 7 of the last 10 at Fratton Park. Cheltenham the same, actually they're in a scrap for survival too, but their poor home form has really sort of cost them this season a decent tilt at promotion. Only won 4 home games. Of course they're away this weekend at Fratton Park, but they often go low on goals too. 11 of the last 17 have gone unders, as well as 8 of the last 10. But it's under 1.5 we want here, and 5 of Portsmouth's last 7 have gone under 1.5. In fact, 5 of the last 6 at Fratton Park too, where they've kept 4 clean sheets in their last 6 in front of their home fans. Cheltenham under 1.5 goals. It's banked in 3 of the last 4 away from home, and further back 4 of the last 8 So nearly 2 to 1 you're getting here on under 1.5 goals. I think it looks a decent bet. 39 to 20 Portsmouth Cheltenham. So just to recap, Doncaster Huddersfield, both teams score 17 to 20. Wolves at 21 to 20 to win away at Walsall, and a 39 to 20 shot between Portsmouth and Cheltenham under 1.5 goals. Best of luck, and I'll catch you all next week.